as good as the Daphne-McGill matchup was, you could argue there was an even better matchup up Highway 43.
Not only did we have two unbeatens going at it, but Thomasville and Jackson are the top two ranked teams in Class 4A.
Sounds like a job for Hustle and Hal.
Of course, Hustle and Hal joins us live via Skype. Hal, a great game out there tonight.
I'll tell you what, it was a heck of a matchup. I mean, like you say, you're talking about two unbeatens, number 1 and 2 in the state. This is as close as it comes to a playoff game, you know, in the regular season. And going into this game, you know, we're looking at a great passing game out of Jackson against a really strong running game from Thomasville. Of course, Thomasville had a couple players that have been injured, and neither one of them really had an impact tonight. But a heck of a game as we take a look at the highlights.
It takes a lot of hamburgers to feed a crowd of over 5,000, and that's what was estimated to be on hand tonight at Legion Field in Jackson. Onto the action now, the Aggies would take to the air late in the first as Dustin Mosley drops back and launches a 40-yard pass to Jaron Johnson, who comes inches from getting into the end zone. A couple of plays later on third down, Mosley will keep the ball and run this one in to put the Aggies on the board first. Second quarter action, Tyler Hayes, playing quarterback for the injured Tevin Waters of Thomasville, finds Eric Tate to tie the game at 7. But the Aggies weren't done. This time Mosley finds Antonio Fox with a bullet over the middle for a touchdown with just 2 minutes to go in the half. Jackson would lead Thomasville 14-7 at the break.
14-7 at the break. It was a great half. Now the second half got a little out of hand as Jackson came back and won this one 28-9. Now there were some good implications in this. Jackson now has a good chance of meeting these guys again in the playoffs, and that would give them home field advantage if they do. So it's still exciting around here, as you can see. A lot of excited fans. Back to you guys in the studio.
All right, Hal, thanks a lot. Big win for Jackson tonight at home.
So it's Thomasville's 23-game win streak comes to a close, and we're still waiting to see what happens with Daphne and their 23-game win streak against McGill. Let's stick in 4A for right now, though. Saraland already has the 4th playoff spot in 4A Region 1 wrapped up, and they get, well, they're leading right now in the 3rd, 21-14 over W.S. Neal. All
right, back to the highlights. UMSWright and BC Rain out at Lad Peebles Stadium. This was last night, also 4A Region 1 action. And, well, first quarter, 7-0 UMSWright. BC Rain's DeAndre Fancher. Watch him bounce off 1, 2, and 3 tackles. Nice. Bulldogs can't get him, and he's off to the races, 43 yards. Look at the coaching staff, all fired up. They're tied at 7, but it was all downhill after that, and I mean right after that. Ensuing kickoff, Samuel Petway bobbles it, and then he just picks it up and goes about 85 yards for the touchdown. All the way back, it was 14-7 Bulldogs at that point. Then just before the half, they had a few ticks left, and they go deep. Gunnar Roach to Tyrone Dixon, one of those Dixon brothers, in for the score, 52 yards. It was 20-7, and the route was on. Bulldogs cruise 43-7. Of course, the big one next week, Battle of Old Shell Road against their rival, St. Paul's. Well, LaFleur had 2 potential paths to the playoff. One was beat Viger tonight or have Citronelle lose to Spanish Fort. Rattlers trying to take care of business on their end tonight at home at Pritchard Stadium. First half, D'Angelo Miller, started a big night for him. He busts one here for the score, 7-0 Viger. Then Carl Davis here. Watch this, number 9 with an open field tackle here. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Flips him, the ball comes loose. He gets hit really again.
Yeah, the second hit.
The second hit jarred the ball loose. And then Miller again. He's just going to go for another touchdown. Little waltz down the sideline. 14-0 Viger. So LaFleur not taking care of its business tonight. 21-0 at the half was the last score we had. Viger leading. Of course, they've got the Battle of Pritchard next week against Blunt. But, of course, the other matchup LaFleur was keeping his eye on was that Citronelle game, and Spanish Fort takes care of business for them. So it looks like LaFleur will be in. The Toro is a big winner tonight on the road.
All right, let's jump to 5A. Enterprise at St. Paul's. And remember last week, Jordan Huff, the running back, was injured, so he's looking on this game. St. Paul's, Austin McPherson with the 7-yard touchdown here, so they're looking good despite having Huff on the sidelines. Now a surprise onside kick here. Nice play, and it's recovered by Ryan Miles. You don't see a ton of that in high school football. Good work there. Now St. Paul's Bradley Paget escapes the pressure, scrambles for 10 yards, but look, another injury for St. Paul's. Quarterback Bradley Paget walks off the field. Tough times for the Saints. Enterprise now, Ben Griffin connecting with Clark Quisenberry, 37 yards for the touchdown. No word on if he's related to Dan Quisenberry, the former Kansas City Royals pitcher. And we are waiting for the score on this one, folks, so we will bring it to you as soon as we have it. All right, Williamson at Fairhope. Williamson could make the playoffs, but the Lions would have to beat Fairhope and hope that Satsuma could somehow get the first win of the year and upset Foley. So, Nate Andrews takes off, breaking about 5 tackles here for the 41-yard pickup. Now on the next possession, Tanner Martin finishes that for the 18-yard touchdown for Fairhope, and the Pirates are up 7-0. Nate Andrews wasn't done. Chase Domino hits him for the 20-yard pickup, which Chase would later score from the 1-yard line, so that would put Fairhope up 14-0, and they were leading 21-7 at the half.